to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is my channel, Ready, Stitch, Sew, where I talk to you about dressmaking, documenting my sewing journey, love for fabrics and patterns, and anything sewing related chit chat. Now if you've got a passion in sewing or you think about starting a new hobby in sewing, then why not give it a go, because you never know. It's so much fun, so go sew it. Anyway, welcome back to all my regular viewers and subscribers, and welcome aboard if you're new to my channel. Hello. Feel free to watch this video right to the end and consider subscribing. That would be fab. So you've probably seen the intro of this video. We're talking to you about a sewing challenge that's been going around the month of April, and it's called another sewing challenge. And now we've just had another one, and this challenge is called #Sew April Blouse 24. Now it's hosted by the lovely Gabrielle from at Cloth Edit, and she's gonna be and Tamlin for Sew on the Time is helping her out with this challenge for this year. Now this challenge has been around for quite a few years now. I'm not sure how many years they've been doing it, but it can be quite a few years. And I know last year Rianne, not just from the Yorkshire Sew Girl, always like to help with this challenge, but this month is Tamlin from Sew on the Time. Now I just put their own, so both of them have got their own YouTube channel, so I'll put that description box down below. But I think, and I'm sure these girls will already have a video on their YouTube channel already. So then, I'm going to tell you by looking at my notes. So I'm going to put like a little slide of what you need to get involved, because you've been a chance of winning some prizes this month for April. So all you have to do is sew up a blouse, and then you can post on Instagram between April 1st and April 30th. Entries close on April 30th, 11:59 p.m. in your time zone. Make sure you use the hashtag Sew April Blouse 25, hashtag for plans and progress. You can enter more than once to make as much blouses as you can. And it's open worldwide. You can tag in any old post as an entry, but it won't be edible for a prize. It's just giving some more inspiration for everybody else that's never done a blouse before. And the winners will be announced on Instagram in early May. And so let's make a blouse. So what you have to do is make a blouse using like woven fabrics, like drapey fabrics, because we are coming to get a bit warmer now, and I know we're in the spring, and I think this month is absolutely perfect to actually sew up a blouse. You can wear it throughout the summer and the spring. So I've actually made a blouse, but I think it's like a really like fancy top, and I think that's classed as like a blouse anyway. So then, so what I'm actually wearing, this can be, what do you think? This could be to make a blouse? I think it is, because it's more like a lovely features on making a blouse. It could be Harrison ruffles, you can have puffy sleeves, anything you want. So at the end of this video, I'll put like a few little slides at the end, you know, going through, talking to you about, with a little bit of music towards the end. So then, all you have to do for this challenge is make up a blouse. You can make as many entries as you want, but make sure you tag in Tammy at Sewn on the Time and Gabrielle at Cloth Edit, and make sure you follow those on Instagram as well. So then, I'm gonna talk to you about, you know, what can be a a blouse, you can be creative as you like. So it could be that you got like your partner's shirt. You can cut it out and to make like a really fancy blouse that fit your style. So often includes shirts like features, but blouses can play with fit from a generous wearing ease. So then, about looking at the little notes that Tamley's has already given me to talk to you about this challenge. So then, let's see. Anyway, so if you want any inspiration, just go on Instagram. If you want some inspiration to get you started as sewing up a blouse, that's what I've been doing. All you have to do is go on Instagram and you put hashtag Sew April Blouse 24. You know, all the years 23, 22, 21. They've got loads of inspiration and what fabrics that they actually use throughout to make a blouse up. You can use a vintage pattern, you can use a commercial pattern or an indie pattern. You might like to do some hacking, so you can actually meld several patterns and even do some self-drafting. Many entries play with the actual cloth through dyeing some fabric. Dive into your stash or explore something new. It's entirely up to you. Have fun, enjoy making your blouse and cheer on all the blouses that people have been making. So who wins a prize? So I know this could be a sewing challenge, but for this challenge it doesn't have a random prize draw. So it's entirely on Tamlin's and Gabrielle's, you know, be their choice who actually wins a prize. Now, some people might not be up for doing that challenge because of that reason, but I don't really mind because I've never done a blouse before. So if I put like a post on Instagram and showing everybody about what I make, it's not the end of the world if you haven't won a prize, as long as you get involved. I think that's the most important thing, isn't it? And you know, I think when you actually make something new and you think, oh my word, I won't be able to make a blouse. So I have got a video. Today I'm going to tell you some blouse sewing patterns that will be, so you can sew along with a tutorial like I did for my last video, which is Sew Frugal 25. So about the prize, the winners always represent a wild variety of blouses. Designs have different skill and experience levels, have different preferences and use a variety of patterns, fabrics, etc. Winners are always scattered across the globe, and the generous sponsors love this challenge, so be sure to follow them as well. So I'll put like a few little slides at the end of the video. So I'm going to talking to you about some blouses that I think you would love, and you can actually sew along, and you can actually sew along as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So the first one that I'm going to talk to you about, I put like a picture, telling you about the patterns that I'll be talking to you about, and also in the description box down below, so you can check them, so you can check the links out, and voila, you can actually get the pattern. So this blouse is from Sew House 7, and it's called, I can't really pronounce some of these names, but so I'll put the name and the screen down below. So this blouse is a favourite at Sew House 7, although it's gathers, puffy sleeves and high collar. This blouse still managed to look effortless and casual. The roomy fit of the bodice makes it so comfortable to wear. It pulls over the head and ties at the back, keyhole opening, same as the same bush top. So if I turn around, it's got like, you can tie this at the back as well. It's what people have seen where you can just put like a little stitch there, and you can see like the keyhole opening at the back. It also features front and back yokes and a stand-up collar. There are 2 lengths and 2 sleeve designs to mix and match. Choose between a loose and flowy cropped hem to wear with high-waisted pants and skirts, or a slightly longer tuck in length blouse with an optional waist tie. The long sleeves are gathered at the shoulder and narrow at the waist, while the short sleeves are gathered at the shoulder and gathered into a cuff that lands just below the elbow. You can add an optional ruffle sleeve if you like to add a volume to the sleeves. The blouse looks best when sewn in lightweight woven such as a cotton lawn, but it also looks lovely in linen. Just be aware that loose weave fabrics such as linen and gauze will all result in a slightly loose fitting garment. So this pattern is based on intimate level pattern due to the burrito method that I've never heard before of clean finishing the yokes. This pattern includes standard sizes 0 to 20 and the curve sizes 16 to 34. So when you go on the website, if you go on tutorials, you press that, then it takes you to the tutorial on how to make the blouse. The fabrics, which is great, which I've already told you about, some what you can wear and make with this top. Cotton royale, cotton lawn, lightweight linens, and some chambray, cotton gauze, and a lightweight linens. And also you probably need some lightweight fusible interfacing. It tells you a few things of what you probably need to make the blouse. Now there's like some drawings at the side of me, so you can actually make it with long sleeves, a crop length, and you can make it with short sleeves as well, a tuck in length with waist tie, and it also shows you at the back. But I know this is for like an intimate sewing pattern, but I think it's best if you are a beginner and you're thinking, oh, this might be too complicated. You can always watch the tutorial to see if you can actually make this pattern. So yeah, I'll put everything in the description box down below, and that's the first blouse that I've mentioned. So the second one is called, that also got the own sewing tutorial, is the Patina blouse by Pattern Company. Now I've already got this pattern already. I've already got some fabric for it because I've already shown you for my main 9 plans video, but I thought I'll just tell you a little bit about it, but not in much detail because I've already told you about this pattern before. So the Patina blouse is a collared V-neck button-up top, and the sleeves are full, and the pattern includes options for a short sleeve and long sleeve with cuffs. It comes with 2 neckline depth options, and you can access 3 additional neckline options as well. Patina is designed for a light to mid weight woven fabrics. The Patina is an essential button-up blouse with a twist, and is sure to be the type of top you'll reach for again and again. The details, sizes XS to 7X. It's designed for woven fabrics, and the fabric recommendations works best with woven fabrics in light to medium weights, as the pattern includes a shorter sleeve, longer sleeve option depending on the fabric that you go for. So the fabric that work well with the Patina blouse is linens, cotton blends, double gauze, a viscose twill, a brush cottons, lightweight cotton denims, and so many more. Oh, you probably need some buttons and some matching thread and some light to mid weight interfacing. So I'll just show you like a few line drawings, and I think I'm going to make the short sleeve version with my fabric that I've chosen that's along with my Make 9 plans. So hopefully I can get it. So hopefully I can make it at some point. I don't think I'm going to make it for this month, but I'm already, you know, starting to actually make my blouse already. But I'll probably tell you what I'm actually going to be making for Sew April Blouse 25 challenge. So if you see me looking down, as I forgot to mention before, I've actually got a few notes that I've seen on the website. So I'm actually reading through the sewing patterns from their website. So the third one that I'm going to be talking to you about, I think this has actually been mentioned already with another sewing vlogger, and one of the Northern Sew sisters, Rachel from Stitch Up, she's actually going to be making this Anne wrap blouse. Northern Sew sisters, and also Rachel, if you're watching this, then I'm probably going to tell you this in more detail for everyone else to see. So hopefully you like this bit. So then, this blouse is called the Anne Wrap Blouse by Lydia Naomi. Now, I've never heard of this pattern before until I watched the Northern Sew Sisters. The Northern Sew Sisters, they have chosen a fabric from the cloth edit, Gabrielle. That's really generous of them to actually make a blouse. And Rachel from Stitch Up, she's actually wanting to make this blouse up. So this blouse is inspired by Wonderful Anne of Green Gables, and I really do like this blouse because there's so many things you can actually make with it by looking at the pictures. But to be honest, I think no matter what you make of it, it still looks beautiful anyway, in so many different ways. So there's actually a link to a video tutorial how to make the Anne wrap dress. So I thought I'm going to talk to you about this in more detail. Now the blouse is a wrap top with side darts at the front and waist darts at the back. The sleeve is a 3/4 length and is two pieces. The underpiece can be sewn in a contrasting fabric, so like in this part here, all the way down to the hem. This pattern can be adapted to upcycle a men's shirt, otherwise you can make it from scratch. The seam allowance is included in the pattern, and the difficulty is for an advanced beginner. So I think when you go on the link to the website, you just copy the link, and you can actually go on YouTube. And I've already watched the video already, and I think it's an amazing tutorial and how Lydia has made her own design for this blouse. Now the fabric is, again, any woven fabrics, any medium woven fabric with a crisp drape, which is a cotton poplin, a cotton lawn, a linen, and organza. So this garment features a darted bodice with a wrap, how to wrap it and to tie it at the waist. Choose the size that is closest to your waist measurement, made for a B or a C cup. And yeah, I think this one is also comes with a PDF. Now if you go on Instagram and you put hashtag Anne blouse, you can actually see a few little people that's actually made the blouse already. So I thought I'll talk a little bit about this blouse because there's a sewing tutorial on how to make the blouse. So the next one is from a pattern, sewing patterns design, and it's from Sew Lala Patterns. Now this is a pattern that I haven't got before, but I really want to give it a go because I think it's absolutely stunning. It can make it in so many different ways, and it's called the Cleo top and blouse. Now this top and blouse is a versatile top that offers different features for the sleeves and the front. The fit is loose without being undefined and ends at the upper hip. Cleo has both a V-neck and a round neckline to choose from. The gathered shoulder seam at the front and the gathered lower back adds a full, playful, feminine touch. The sleeves come in a 3/4 and sharp sleeves in both widths. Depending on the sleeve option, the shoulder design is either smooth and gathered sleeves, depending on what you want to make. So the options can be mixed without adjustments and offered a well designed for a lovely Cleo blouse and top. So the sizes comes in European 32 to 60, and this pattern is for beginners, and it tells you depending on which one that you go for. So there is like a few but there's loads of things to choose from with this pattern. So I'll put like a line drawing and showing you on loads of things that you can do with this. Now, I absolutely love this pattern, because as a beginner you will be in a chance of sewing up a few techniques that you haven't been doing before. Like, for example, sewing with woven fabric, sewing a professional shoulder yoke, sewing different shaped facings, sewing up a button placket, gathering fabric and holding in shoulder cap, sewing a narrow edge hem. So the fabric choices is designed, again, woven fabrics. If you want a little more structured, linen, poplin and simmer fabrics are the right choice. If you want like a breezy look, like it says on the picture, that's made from viscose, tinsel or silk in a thin quality, for example, are recommended. Again, this video has got a sewing tutorial on how to make it, and all you do is click on that link from Sew Patterns, and you can actually watch the video. So then on to my next one, which I am dying to get this pattern. I've already got some fabric already for it, but I haven't had a chance to actually get it, because this pattern, me personally, it's a bit more pricey than when you buy like as a PDF or a paper sewing pattern. And this pattern is called the Audrey pattern by Veronica Tucker. Now, the reason why I absolutely love this pattern, there are so many different variations you can make. You can make a blouse, you can make a top, you can make a dress, you can make it with long sleeves, short sleeves. You can do some shirring as well, and some gathering. There's so many different ways. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. So this sewing pattern is based for a confident beginner. This classical Audrey style has long, lovely volume sleeves with feature shirt, cuffs and self fabrics ties. The bodice is a high round neck with a keyhole back opening, and features a drop wrap waist tie and of course pockets if you're sewing up a dress. The hem can be finished with a tiered gathered panel for extra twirlability. Things you will learn, like shirring, fully bagged out, facing, armhole and gathering. And there's so many different things. There's about, looking at the website, 36 design features you can make with this pattern. This pattern is fully versatile pattern that you're coming back to again and again. And this pattern includes sleeveless, short sleeves, V-neck, round neck, blouse length, A-line dress length and tiered hem dress length, as well as being able to wear the garment with and without the waist tie. Now the notions you probably need for is some sheer elastic, your matching thread, and also the fabric recommendations. So the fabric is designed for a mid to lightweight fabric such as linen, compact cotton. However, you can make it in whatever woven fabric you like, depending on the look you are going for. Just remember, the stiffer the fabric, the more puffier the sleeve. Also, if you have a heavier, thicker fabric, ensure to use lighter lining for the neck facing and the waist tie cuffs, and also cuff tie pieces. And also the Audrey pattern is also got a sewing tutorial, so when you see the video and it says the Audrey video tutorial, you click on that and it takes you through how to make the garment, and also in different ways, which could be like a dress look, a blouse look, long sleeve, a short sleeve, you name it, it's on that video. And she's done a really massive, lovely, great job, as Veronica is, using her patterns. So that's the one. She has got a few like blouses, but I think this is the one I wanted to go for. So I thought I'd just show you this in this video. Now, So there are the patterns that I'm probably good, but I've just told you that's how I've got their own sewing tutorial. Now there's also another sewing pattern design that has been around for quite a while, and you probably heard her so many times. She's absolutely brilliant. I've actually met her in the knitting stitching show last year, and she's absolutely lovely, bubbly, smiling person, and she makes some beautiful, she's just stunning. And she's called Tilly from Tilly and the Buttons. So this blouse, you probably heard this so many times, is the Nell blouse. I'm not going to put in too much detail, but I'll put in a few description box down below to see if you like this pattern. Now then, even though I'm talking to you about some sewing patterns that's got their own sewing tutorial, what about if you go onto an online workshop and how to make the Nell blouse? Even though Tilly does brilliant instructions on how to make it, I always like to see how the garment has been made, how the pattern, cutting the fabrics, that sort of thing. So what about to do an online workshop and actually make your own blouse? So I'll put if you love to hear that from me, then I'll put that description box down below, and you can actually check her out to actually make your own blouse along with Tilly. Now there's also another sewing pattern that's just been released, and I've actually got the pattern, but I haven't got any fabric to go along with that. So I am thinking about doing, I'm actually going to go and sew up the Samara top by Tilly and the Buttons. Now you can actually make this for the Sew April blouse because of the sleeves, and I think it looks like a blouse anyway by looking at it, even though it says Samara top. So then, I haven't got any fabric that I've got in my stash to actually work with the pattern, so I might have to do a sneaky purchase. Okay, I had to whisper because my partner, my fiance, is downstairs. So you're probably going to hear this anyway. But anyway. But I have actually seen some fabric that I've seen for First for Fabrics. And I think it's going to be absolutely stunning to get some anyway. And I think it's only about $9.95 per metre from First for Fabrics in this beautiful cotton double gauze. And I think it's going to be great for the summer. Just buy, ugh, I can't say my words right. I think it's going to be lovely, and it's pink and orange. And I think pink and orange will look really great together. I think it does anyway. I don't know why I'm whispering. I think pink and orange will look great together. And I'll just put like a little picture from First for Fabrics. So once I get a bit of money, because I haven't got anything in my bank at the minute. So I think I'm going to have, hopefully, fingers crossed, I want to get some fabric to sew up the Samara top, and then go and do an online workshop to sew the Samara top with Tilly using this fabric. What do you think? Think I should make it? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of making as well. So what I am going to be making, which I've actually washed the fabric, I cut the fabric out, I've actually I cut the fabric out, I cut the pattern out, I just need to sew it up. And one that I'm going to be making is the fleur blouse, by Fabric Godmother. So I'll put like a picture here at the side of it. I'm not gonna tell you too much detail because I've already told you anyway. And that's what I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making up my ever first fleur blouse by Fabric Godmother. And I think that is it. That is all of my patterns that I want to share with you. It just give you like a few inspiration of some blouses, patterns. So anyway, if you like if you give me a cheeky coffee to support my channel, give me a little tip, and if you just show me the love, give me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and that's it for now, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye bye for now. Mwah.